How are you? It's Joe. I'm back at the whiteboard today. I want to give you 3 hockey rules you should know. You're going to enjoy the game a lot more if you know these rules. People come up to me all the time, Joe, what do I need to know to enjoy the game better? I want to get into it. I want to understand it. They know that I grew up in Canada. I played hockey. They want me to help them out. Well, here you go. Number 1, offsides. Offsides means that if you are advancing into the opponent's zone, you and a teammate are screaming down the ice, click, clack, click, passing the puck back and forth. Neither of you can pass the opposing blue line before the puck. Why? Why would they slow down? A game like hockey, one of the fastest, most beautiful games on the earth, why would they want to slow that down with this crazy blue line rule that's been around forever? It's so you don't have a gosh darn goal sucker. A goal sucker is a player that leeches around, hangs around the opposing goal, so that if you wanted to, you could just shoot the puck the length of the ice to this goal sucker that realizes that everybody forgot about him, hanging around down by the goal, and now he's got the puck and he's got a good chance to get a goal unopposed. No goal. They might as well call it the no goal sucker rule. So that's offsides. Now, in recent years, they came up with the offsides review rule, which is one of the most hated rules in the league, but we'll set that aside for now. That will be a different video. Number 2, icing. When a player shoots the puck from behind the center line and it goes across the goal line of the opponent, the goal line is the thin line that goes across the goal opening and stretches to both sides of the rink. If that happens and an opposing player touches it, icing is called. Why? What's the purpose of a rule that is named after something that goes on a cake? Well, when icing is called, face-off goes all the way back to the offender's zone. So the purpose of it is to keep from people dumping the puck the length of the ice. The purpose of it is to keep weak defenders from trying to keep the pressure off them by dumping the puck the length of the ice. If you're defending in your own zone and the other team is beating the heck out of you, passing the puck, knocking you around, and taking total control of the situation, you can't try to relieve the pressure on your team by just shooting the puck the length of the ice. That slows the game down. That is weak. The icing rule was created to keep knuckleheads from just dumping the puck the length of the ice. So what's the penalty? Well, they bring it back and they drop the puck again. In other words, learn to play the game and learn to clear the puck out of your own zone. Number 3. You're going to like this one. The third man in rule. So if a fight breaks out, you cannot be the third man in. And that's to prevent 2 players from beating up on one guy on the other team. So if you're the third man into a fight, an ongoing fight, automatic game misconduct, you're out. You're out for the game. Now, it doesn't apply to pushing and shoving. If they're just pushing and shove, you know they do. They dance around pushing on each other. And if you jump in there, no, it doesn't apply. Only an actual fist-swinging fight. It reminds me of something I just saw on TV. I was watching this Fox Sports show with a guy named Jimmy Handlin, who is a professional golfer. He's playing golf with Jody Shelley, Cam Atkinson, and Nick Foligno of the Columbus Blue Jackets National Hockey League team. So Foligno was talking about his debut with the Ottawa Senators, and they got into a brawl with the Philadelphia Flyers. Now, I may have some of this wrong, but this is what I remember. They got into a brawl with the Philadelphia Flyers, the team that Jody Shelley played for at the time, back in the day. And Jody Shelley said that the key in a hockey brawl, if you're a player, the key in a big hockey brawl, like a five on five, where when 5 players on both teams are getting into individual fights, The key is that only the linesmen, the thing to remember is that only linesmen break up fights, not the main referee. So in other words, you have limited manpower breaking up 5 fights. You only have like 2 linesmen available to break up 5 fights going on at the same time. So he said, what you want to do is be in a fight that is getting broken up. If you get into a 5-on-5 chaotic melee, you want to be in one of the fights that the linesmen come up to you and try to break you up. He said, because if you don't, it's going to go on way too long, and you are in for a scrap of your life. You are in for some blood and bruises because the linesmen are breaking up the other fights and not your fight, and you got to keep continuing. You got to stay in there. You got to keep swinging. And he said, that's when you really get beat up. All right, that's a little tip for you from Jody Shelley. Folks, offsides, icing, and the third man in rule, those are 3 basic concepts in hockey that'll help you enjoy the game a lot more. Hey, that's all I've got for now. Until next time, I'll see you then.